My name is Coulter Fussell, and I'm a quilter. I guess you could also say I'm a textile artist. It doesn't matter to me which one you call it. I'll be doing the same thing either way. What I do is I make quilts from fabric that has been donated to me from the people in my town or mailed to me from people across the country. If it's made of fabric, someone has definitely already sent it to me. I have an old storefront in downtown Water Valley. Water Valley is a small, isolated hill country town in North Mississippi, and I have a storefront on Main Street for my studio, and it's a huge building filled top to bottom with donated textiles. It's really unbelievable the amount of stuff that people bring me, and how often, at least once or twice a week, I'll show up to the door of my studio and there'll be a bag of donations. And it's either their mother's old stuff or their great aunt or their grandmother. And often people don't know what to do with all this old material. They feel guilty just throwing it away in the trash, but they also don't want to keep it for themselves. I work on the floor. That works for me because I don't have to deal with the whole gravity situation of fabric falling off a wall. And I like to be able to walk all the way around my piece. All of my pieces are composed in the round, meaning there's no real top or bottom. I want them to work from any orientation. You know, quilts are sculptural. They're sculptural from the get-go. They have fronts, middles, backs, they bend, they fold, they can change shape depending on how you need it to work. And so in a lot of ways, it's like making a big flat sculpture. As of late, I'm sort of leaving the flatness behind. Pieces are starting to come forward. Other pieces of the quilt are starting to move back. I'm starting to have aspects of the work that move, and to me that's all part of what quilting can bring you, because it's all there already. Quilts already move, they already blow in the breeze, they already rustle when you're sleeping under them, they already get pulled from one person to the other in the bed. Quilts have been moving the whole time. There's no reason they should be static on the wall. You know, the craft world is really filled with all these like really incredible kind of elaborate tools that can do just about anything in the world, but I'm a needle and thread and scissors kind of girl. Like, I have a bunch of machines. I probably use my Singer Simple like 4 times a year for a couple of days. The rest of the time, everything is hand sewn. Everything is hand pieced. I don't have any help here. It's just me, which is fine. I will sometimes get my children. I have 2 young sons. I'll get them to make drawings on fabric for me. I'll be like, hey, I'm doing a piece about conflict and war. I need some battle scenes. And of course, they love to deliver some battle scenes drawn out on fabric. Or I'll be like, draw me something about coronavirus. And they'll draw some like big wild drawings about that. I learned to quilt by watching my mother, who is a prolific quilter and very accomplished in her own right. I learned about art from my father, who was a museum curator. And so I had this funny combination of what people consider higher art and craft. I really have a faded relationship with these pieces of old fabric. I feel like an old strip of worn fabric is special because it couldn't be recreated. It can't be painted. The only way that piece of fabric happened was through the 50 years it lived on the elbow of some man's jacket who leaned against a counter all day long in a sunny store window. These things you can't paint. You can't recreate them. You can't falsify that. And so these pieces of fabric come to me with tears and fades and stains that were only left there because of a life lived. I sort of feel like I've learned through dealing with these old textiles that these stories that happen to us, these things that happen to us in our lives, they are not unique. They've happened a million times before, and sometimes, unfortunately, they will happen a million more times in the future. And so I think I can see these things in these old quilts. I feel like I can see the evidence of what's happened in some of these people's lives in these clothes. And so in that way, I like to take their stories, mix it with my story, and maybe come up with something that's a whole picture of an aspect of human experience.